So here's the thing. Today I'm going to show you guys how to do a cool typography negative trick. And let me share the screen real quick. Quick reminder to go get your brain food. One of my students, she did everything right. Went to a site called behance.net, behance.net, and found a great idea. And she just wanted to kind of pattern after it. So she clicks on this, and it shows you a much bigger version. And then it's got multiple really cool examples. And so she wanted to do her own version of one of these. And so we got a picture. This is like a simple version of it. Okay, first of all, we partner with some incredibly good photographers. This one is named either John Wilde or Connor Chaney. There are two heroes, and they let us use their photographs. So, okay, to do the first step, we make a clone of this layer. Okay, there's two of them, right? So one of them, we are going to double click. Let me hide this real quick. We double click the layer and go to color overlay. Don't just click the box, but click like the words, and it gives you more options. And so it's hard to tell what we're doing, but we're making a black silhouette of the football player. So I'm making it red so you can see it right now. But ultimately, we want it black. And it's against a black background, so you can't even see it at first. But just trust me, like it's there. There's a silhouette of him. And then the second thing is, on the other copy, we made two copies. On the top copy, we go to Image, Adjustments, and then Threshold. And then you can increase or decrease the lever as much or as little as you choose. And we'll go with something like that. Here's the good news. You're in control of the spectrum. So like, even if this background were not pitch black, let's make the background to be dark gray. And then change the color. I'm going to make a new blank layer. And there we go. Okay, so he stands out a little bit, right? The spectrum is, we can make it where it's more or less visible. So I can make it like this, wherever I doggone want it. And okay, there we go. So the second thing is the word nation. We typed it out, and this particular font is Bebas, B-E-B-A-S. And okay, we need two copies of this also. So I'm going to make a clone of it, and there we go. So one on top of the other. Okay, here's the trick. The first one we will leave blank. It is what it is. It's a white thing of type, right? The second one, I'm going up here, and I'm going to change it to be black. And then give it a stroke or an outline of white. So I'm going to double click it and go to stroke, not the box, but the word stroke again, so we can control the spectrum again. And you can make it where it's on the inside, the outside, or the middle of the line. Make it as thick as you want, something like that. Okay, so here's the thing. The one that's just black, remember we have a white one. I'm going to hide that, and a black one with a white outline. Okay, this one, we can go to screen. Screen hides the color black, basically. And so it was on normal, now it's on screen. It's still there, the color black is. It's just that the color black is hidden. It's invisible. And then we go also to the white one, and we see everything. So these two are going to be teammates. You need one outline and one solid, right? Okay. The next thing is we rasterize each of them. We just go to where it says Rasterize Type. It makes it where you can edit it in ways that you couldn't have before. See, it's a type layer until I tell it rasterize. See, that made it no longer a type layer, but it's still got this funny business down here. It's still got like this funny business. I'm going to tell it to rasterize that too. Just for all practical purposes, rasterize means make it normal. Okay, once more, I'm going to put it on screen. Screen makes it where it's see-through. So this seems like a lot of steps. All we did was we type a word, we make a copy. One copy is white, one copy is black with a white outline. It's simpler than it seems, really. So again, two times we have this word. One's white, One is black with a white outline. We just put it on screen. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm putting it on both now, where the white and the black are both on. So one way to do this is on the white one, we could get the eraser. Let me make it just whatever size I want it to be. And we could erase out the white and just kind of guess where the guy's head is and make it to where it sees through. So really what's happening right now is if I hide all the other layers, like I'm just erasing out of the word nation, but I still have this one, the outline one, to kind of bank on when I do erase it. So that's kind of what's going on. A better way, and when I turn the layers back on, it's like I can see through to his head. But let me step backward a little bit to before erasing all that stuff. I'm just hitting Command Z. There we go. Okay, turn it back on. The better way to do it, I think, is if you select outside of this football player. If I click inside it, it gets a part of him. But if I click outside of him, it gets like the whole thing. So I'm going to go to select inverse and get him cropped out. And so now if I click on the white layer and hit delete, it's going to get rid of all of it pretty much perfectly, exactly what I want. So again, if I were to hide these layers, really what happened is I deleted the shape of his head out of the white nation, but I left this one completely intact. Remember, it was normal. We put it on screen. And so when you turn all the layers on, it looks pretty cool. I may go back to my black background. I think I just liked it in black better. And then even the part that that has the white outline, I can zoom in if I want. And if I go back to my reference, some of these are gone. Like you can tell it says the word beard, but part of the letter A is gone. Part of the letter R is gone. Same over here. I'm going to put on the eraser and erase out part of the A, part of the T, part of the I. We'll leave enough to where it's readable, but make it see through enough to his helmet to be just aesthetically pleasing kind of thing. You can make it as much or as little as you choose. We'll go with that much, just so his face is like fully visible. How about that? And then, of course, the reference again, and you don't have to stick to this dogmatically, but it has a few words at the beginning too, at the top. So she decided on hers, different font, different words, but just to make it somewhat compatible, she typed in Tiger Nation. And if you want, goodness, the sky's the limit. You can make a texture on there and tweak it and alter it and find one that you are somewhat happy with and say, what if I change this to be a lower opacity? Or what if I go with this one, but I change it to be a lower opacity? The sky's the limit, guys. You can make it really just as you please. We'll go with something very dark, but still have a tiny bit of texture, something like that. This is like a 5-minute project, and it's a really good 5-minute project. It's a cool one. Okay, so quick rundown again. I'm going to back through it one more time. I'm going to throw these in the trash can, and we're just going to go through it one more time. So you start with a photograph. Let me give it no background. We double-clicked it and went to color overlay and made it into a silhouette. And that way, if you do have it on another color other than black, it's it stands out kind of thing. And then we made a clone of it, and we removed that. And you go to image adjustments, threshold, and again, increase or decrease this just to your own personal preference, personal likings. And if you want, you control the spectrum. How dark is it? How light is it? You take your pick till you're happy with it, And here it is in front of a solid black background. I prefer this, but you have options, to each his own kind of thing. And then, okay, we just typed in the word nation, and we did it in the font Bebas Nui. I don't know how to say it. Bebas, and then another word after that. Okay, so Nation. She wanted it pretty large to kind of simulate the reference where, the word beard was pretty large. The word mamba was pretty large. We'll go with something like this. And remember, the trick is you want it to have a copy. So like we make a clone of it, and then the clone you change, instead of white, you want it in black. And then you change it to, hey, my wife's calling. Hold on 1 second. I don't want to stop the video. Hey, can I call you right back? Okay, love you. Bye. Okay, so it's in black. We double click it and go to stroke, and you can make it larger or smaller. This time, just because we can, we'll make it a little thicker of a font. You can make it in the center of the outline, whatever. Let's make it a little bit thicker, just to be different, Okay, so remember, screen will make it where it sees through the black. It just kind of screens out the black, so you see the nuance there. Okay, each of these you want to rasterize, which basically means make it normal, make it regular, out of regular pixels, not a weird type font, type of layer. So rasterize it. This one also, we rasterize it, but then we rasterize this too, the layer effects. And so let me put it on normal just so we can see what it really looks like. When we go to rasterize layer style, once more, we'll just put it on screen. It's see-through that way. So the thing is, we have two layers. One solid white, one is a white outline. When we have both on together, it just kind of looks like a thick font. Here's the trick. On the layer with the football player, you select outside of him. Now, here's the trick. If we go to the white and hit delete now, it deletes the wrong part. That might be what you want. That's not what we want. So we're stepping backward. We go to select inverse to the inside, and on the white layer we hit delete. And so really what that did was it just like cropped out of this layer like that. But when you put the other layers together, it does this really kind of cool effect. And then if you want, again, just to kind of simulate the reference where, they had some letters that were see-through to see his face better. And my student wanted to do the same thing. So we'll get the eraser, and we will erase out especially the particular parts that make it, they kind of get in the way of his face. And then once more, she typed out the word tiger. Because of the placement of this one, we're just going to move up the word tiger a little bit. And then if you want to add a texture to it, get you a texture, try different layer styles, see if you like one. If you do, just see if you want to lighten it up a little bit. If you don't like that layer style, try another one. It may be that you just want to go clean. You may want it to be to where it's just pitch black and stark white, and leave it as that. And, goodness, again, there's a whole spectrum here. I can make it where it's more visible or less visible. I like it less visible because A, I think it looks cooler, and B, you can see the layers through it. Anyway, teach his own on that too. I'm gonna put it on this just for good measure and make it just kind of settle. Okay, I'm on the wrong layer. Mercy. Let me click on this one. Make it a little bit lighter. Okay, that's probably enough for today. If y'all have any questions about it, just holler if you have any questions, and I will talk to you buzzards tomorrow. Y'all have a good one.